Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we're going to be taking a peek at Shadowrun Returns. Now in my version obviously this has the expansion in it, which includes Shadowrun Dragonfall. Today we will be playing neither of them. We will be playing a mod called Shadowrun Unlimited. I think that's what it's called. We'll be playing that mod because I've already played through all the other two, and the mod it's a lot more realistic of what the universe looks like. Now, of course, for some of you may not know this, but Shadowrun Returns is actually based off of a tabletop RPG game called Shadowrun. I also believe that there was a first-person shooter game for Xbox 360 that came out called Shadowrun. Now I have to look that up. Yep, looks like Xbox 360 game also came out in 2007. I didn't hear a whole lot about that, actually, which is kind of odd. It got Metacritic gave it a 66 on 360 and a 67 on PC. Anyway, moving on. So, this is Shadowrun Returns. The tabletop RPG game is very good, actually. I enjoyed it immensely. I played very little, but I'd love to play more. It's just kind of one of those games that if you like RPG games and you like kind of sci-fi, futuristic things, this is a pretty good one. Alright, let's get into it and take a look at some options. These are your options. Yeah. You can turn HD textures on and off. High-res scale mode. Oh god, no. Okay, alright. Free, fixed, or auto camera. Free for me, thank you. Yeah, I don't want to mess with any of that. Alright. Important stuff. Resolution sizes does go up to 1920 by 1080. Doesn't really do anything else. I mean, obviously goes down from there. No 4K resolutions on this. Full screen on or off. Anti-aliasing on or off. To be honest, I've never seen an issue with it, so I just keep it off. It doesn't matter. I've never looked at a problem, or never seen a problem in it. You can get reward codes for this. They're probably all taken up by now, but you can get them. Game difficulty, text speed, language, and input type, as well as camera edge pan. That's where you push the mouse to the edges and it pans the camera. Yeah, that's it. That's all you got for options. It's kind of unfortunate, but it's also, I don't know, for this game it's kind of nice because there's so many in-game mechanics and things that happen. It's kind of nice not to have a big options menu. I know that's totally backwards from what I usually say, but I've never felt the need for any other options, really. This is only the second time I looked at this options menu. The first time was about 40 seconds before I started this video, just to make sure that I knew what was in here. I've never had to worry about it. Now, of course, there is extra content. These are the ones that I have installed here. You can browse more content or run an editor to get more. I don't need it. Dead Man Switch is the original setting, or the original campaign. Dragonfall is an expansion. And Unlimited here by Ryan Willie is one that I pulled down from Steam to play. So, like I just said, this is on Steam. It's fairly cheap now. I don't remember off the top of my head just how much it is. But we're going to get right into it. So we're going to just continue my game where I left off. Alright, so this page will usually have some kind of tip on it, a little information about where you're at, those kinds of things. So I just picked up a job from my handler here, Eric Gunderson, and I need to take care of the punks harassing Lucy. So we'll just go outside to give you kind of a better view of what the world actually looks like, the setting. Now this game is set in a future that could very easily be our future, where mega corporations run everything. They are basically their own nations. They have full control over what happens on their turf. They have complete control over their own militaries, over, marketing, everything. It is very, very corporate centered. Now, this is my character here, Gorgash. He's a half orc, or he's an orc, and I don't remember. It's been a while. Alright, so let's get into the options menu in game. So when you can either hit this button or hit escape. It'll give you some objectives, mission items, blah blah blah, and that's this tab here. Next tab you have is is basically your character tab. So this is what I look like, race, gender, etiquettes that I know, and that's like, this would help me get into gang's hideout, for example. I'd walk up, and act like a member of the gang. I'm proficient in acting like a gang member. That's what that means. Over here you have my abilities and other attributes. So my action pool is 2. That means I can take 2 actions in a turn. I have 40 hit points, 3 armor. Essence is used for magic-y abilities, and magic is basically power. Now, things that I'm good at here, or not so good at in some cases. Strength is a 3. It's alright. It's not great. I put a rank into throwing weapons so that I can toss grenades around. Because, you don't have any throwing weapons abilities. Prepared for that grenade to not go where you want it. Quickness is basically your agility, how fast you are. It dictates your range combat and your dodge abilities. I have 3 ranks in range combat, and I'm specializing on shotguns, and I have some rifle skills as well. Intelligence, biotech is like healing yourself, those kinds of things. Decking is hacking. You have a deck of programs. It has nothing to do with cards. Sorry. It would be really fun if hacking was a card game, though. Anyway, moving on. Drone control, you can literally be an army of drones, where you just sit down and control all your drones and they kill everything. As you can see, my willpower is very low. I don't cast spells or use chi, so that just kind of dumped. And charisma is decent, but I don't do anything there. Body is more or less just how many hit points do you have. Now, your experience, quotes, air quotes around that, is called karma. So you get in here, and you gain karma, and you have karma at the beginning that you can spend, of course. And you go into this level up system. It's not really a level up system, but it's an experience spending system here. And you have all sorts of cool things. So, for example, if I had 5 points, I could put another point into body here where this 5 is. That would give me more hit points. I would have a better chance to take reduced damage. Those kinds of things. Now, for an orc, my max is 14. So if I really wanted to, I could just max this sucker out and have tons and tons and tons of hit points. Now, the maximum for trolls is 17. Trolls are your stereotypical. They're more like ogres. They call them trolls. More like ogres if you think about fantasy. I mean, troll fits too. I don't think they're especially susceptible to fire or acid, but whatever. Now, quickness, you have it the opposite way around. Trolls can be really tough, but, their max here is low. And I don't think mine's is much higher. Yeah, humans, dwarves, and orcs there. And elves are there. So, now you'll notice these blue little lines here. You're probably thinking, well, what is that? That is basically telling me what my maximum is. So my ranged combat, wow, can't go to 5 until this is at 5. And, for example, my pistol skill can't go to 5 until quickness, and ranged combat are at 5. So it's a trickle-down economic system. That's what it is. That is exactly what it is. Oh my god. There you go, Republicans. Have fun. Anyway, oh my god, I feel awful. Not awful that I'm making fun of Republicans. I feel awful that I had to use that in a video. Anyway, so I can upgrade my ranged to 4 if I had 4 points, and that would unlock the Overwatch ability. This one unlocked an additional weapon slot, and these are just the maximums. So all these triangles are abilities or maximums in this case that are passive. So things that you don't really activate, it looks like. Now pistols, I don't have any, but I could get aimed shot. So whenever I'm using a pistol, I would have this ability. Increases my to hit chance by 15%, but it takes 3 rounds to cool down. So I get to use it, and then I have to wait 3 rounds, and then I can use it again. In this case, for this one, critical damage percent is available. So weapons have their own things. Level 4, reloading costs 0 action points. That's pretty good, actually. SMG, similar things, but obviously designed for the weapon that you're using them with. SMG, spray and pray, exactly what it sounds like. Critical damage percent is visible, and aim shot gives me plus 10, but it has a longer cooldown. It's an SMG, of course it's not going to be as accurate. Now, the thing that I'm specializing in, shotguns, kneecap, does damage to their ability points, so they actually, if I hit and it works, it will do more damage to their ability points. They'll have less actions, or action points, I'm sorry, not ability points. They'll have fewer actions, but it doesn't do as many hit points damage. It does 6 less than what the shotgun would normally do. And then this one is the aim shot, up by 15%. That one's wide load, wider than normal spread, lets me hit more things. Now I put stuff in rifles just in case I'm a long ways away and people are already shooting at me. I have my aim shot. I could get the critical damage percentage visible, and this was also unlocked burst fire if the weapon has burst fire, and that one allows full auto again if the weapon has full auto. Dodge here, same thing. Now you'll notice this blue line here for ranged weapon or ranged combat does not go all the way down to dodge. So dodge can go up to 4 right here, no problem, because the only thing that it requires is this blue line here, which is all the way up there at quickness. Now for other things you have similar issues where strength is at a 3, so certain things can't go above a 3. Same thing with intelligence. I can't put my decking to a 5 until my intelligence gets to 5. And drone control, all those things. Willpower, same thing. Charisma, same thing. So now I'm actually going to show you how this works. I know what skill I want, so I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. I have 2 karma available. Dodge level 2 costs 2 karma. I'm going to go ahead and pick that up. I don't like to be hit by physical attacks. Now, stupid me at first when I first played this game. For some reason, I read physical attacks, but what I heard, like what I thought it meant was melee attacks. And I was like, oh, well, that's useful. I'm never close to anybody. Yeah, no, bullets are physical things too. Go figure. Apparently, my brain was like, bullets aren't real. Nah. Now you're probably wondering, well, why does it say physical attacks? Well, because there is magic in here. There are spirits in here. There is elemental damage in here. There's all sorts of things. This is a fantasy setting in a sci-fi world, which actually makes it very awesome, I find. I love the hell out of this setting. So we're going to go ahead and confirm that, and that problem is solved. Next, we're going to look at our items here. So I'm wearing this street clothing that has armor 3. I have a pistol for some reason. I guess I haven't bought a rifle yet. Oh, I don't have a whole lot of money. I have this Remington shotgun, and I have the Sony CTY 360. That's a deck. They call it a deck. It holds programs and ESPs, which are basically AI units that I can control. Yeah, so I should probably buy a rifle instead of that pistol. So I'm gonna go talk to this guy, Trevor. I think he sells weapons. Trevor, do you sell weapons? You do. You're really old, though. Go over here to weapons. So, I could buy this. It's a single shot bolt action rifle, it says. Excuse me. It does a lot of damage. I'm not sure I like single shot. Could spend a little less and buy an AK-97. Or, of course, I could go with a katana or a baseball bat and machete. I realize now why I don't own any of these. They're expensive. Dang. Yeah, so we're just going to stick with the shotgun and the pistol for now. And we may upgrade after I get a few more jobs. So right now, we need to go take care of Lucy. And as you can see, I'm not really in a good part of town. However, there aren't many good parts of town. If you're a corporate wage slave, as they call them, your life is dictated by the corporations. Now, I'm a Shadowrunner in this game, obviously. So my life is not dictated by them, and most of the time the things that I do are illegal. Now in this case, what I'm about to do probably isn't strictly illegal, but I imagine blowing up people with shotguns is probably frowned upon. Nobody's ever really cared to stop me and ask or, do anything about it. So, I'm taking that as a sign. Sorry. Oh, goodness. Oh, boy. I'm taking that as a sign that nobody cares if I blow these guys to hell. So, upon entering the organ grinders, you can hear a commotion coming from the back room. I'll save you, Mary Jane. No, don't hurt her. No, wait, hurt her. Don't hurt me. Ow. Yeah, there we go. Okay, alright. So this is a combat system. It is turn-based. Lucy's going to stand over there like a bitch. And I'm going to try and blow this guy away. So, if you look at it... Boy, that's really hard to see. We'll try this one, because you can actually see it. So, on this guy, I have an 87% chance of hitting him. I have an 18% chance of critting. We're going to stick with this one, though. So, he's already dead. Mission accomplished. He's already dead. Mission accomplished. Oh, he's running away. Don't run from me, coward. 99% chance of hitting you. You're screwed. Go talk to Lucy. Dreckheads. Alright, so I have finished slaying the thugs, and they came to shake down Lucy for money, but she's going to sell their insides and make money off of their dead bodies. I've done this mission. Now, again, this is a mod. This is not the actual game. In this mod, there's a lot of small-time side missions that you can do. Odds are I could go do a bunch of story missions too, but I haven't yet. But I've probably done this mission 5-6 times now. It's the same 3 guys trying to be badasses, and I just keep killing them. Because they're assholes. So, now I'm going to call Eric. This is also part of the mod that is not in the regular game. You can't call people in the regular game. Not unless it's part of the story. Yay, I gained karma. I gained some money, and I lost some money. Now, the loss of money was actually from... I have a safe house that I can go to that I can chill in and recover and things. I almost never use it, but it's there. Yeah, so that is more or less the entire game. Now, once again, this game is based off of a tabletop role-playing game that is extremely involved. So if you thought the upgrade system here was a little weird, the karma system in the experience and leveling system in the game, in the tabletop game, is I want to use the word complex, but I don't feel like that conveys the message. I spent 3 weeks. Now this is me being me, okay? So you can easily do this in like an hour if you wanted, but that's not how I am. I spent 3 weeks reading every single book that I could find about Shadowrun, all the rule books, and building a character using the karma and money that I was told I had. And it took me 3 weeks to settle on a character I liked. And then I found out that everyone else, that two of the other guys had already built a similar character. It wasn't as good. Mine was like this heavy weapons. He had a sniper, a heavy machine gun, and a missile launcher, and like all this explosives and shit. It was gonna be awesome. But anyway, not the point. Other people had similar characters, so I switched to a drone controller and I just kicked ass with him. It was still fun, but yeah. So this is based off of the tabletop game, which is extremely fun. Of course, like all tabletop games, you have to have the right group. So, you know, you gotta watch out for that. I feel like I could do a story mission, but I was hoping to make this, you know, a little bit of a shorter video. Been noticing that my videos are hitting 30, 40 minutes lately. I'm hoping to stop this one around 25. We'll see. We'll see if that works. Yeah, I have a hard time not talking. Alright, so I could do Lucy's complaint again, but we're gonna do the drug dealers. Working out of the docks to... Oh, okay. Gotcha. Wow. I read that 3 or 4 times and I was like, I don't know what it's saying. I need a local drug pusher working out of the docks to, well, die. Job pays $54.0. Road outside the Wyvern's Tooth will get you to the docks. Oh, that's not what I meant. Dang it. Okay, so as you can see, sometimes the options that you're given, like any game, you're not entirely sure what you're clicking on. I thought he was going to ask about the free drugs. Just be like, free drugs? What do you mean free drugs? But I was confused, so I clicked on it, and my guy was like, oh, free drugs? I'm in. I'll go kill him and then steal all those drugs. No, that's not what we want to do. I wanted to ask for more money, because in this mod, the higher charisma you have, you can ask for more money, and they typically give it to you. And the higher it is, the more you get, which is kind of annoying, because then it's just like, oh, I'll just max charisma out and do it that way. But whatever. Yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna go do this mission, and we'll move on. No. Alright, here we go. Get rid of the drug dealer at the docks. You're a drug dealer. Okay, so everyone saw that, right? That silly little jump into oblivion. In this mod, it does that every time I come to the docks. I don't know what it is about the docks. It's just like, oh, we're gonna fly over here. It does make it really easy to get other places, though. False. Why am I talking to him again? Weak? Oh, Jesus. Thank you. 2 regular hits, I think, would have killed him. Yeah, so this game, I forgot to mention, Also has a cover system, which is actually pretty good. So right now I'm in full cover, so the damage is going to be significantly less. He's in half cover, so I'm not going to do as much damage to him, but I should probably... oh, damn, yeah. Should probably still kill him. Anyway, which I did. No problem. So, I'm going to call Eric. Get my money. Job's done. So, I gained 54 nuyen, 1 karma, and lost 75 nuyen. System is new, or the currency is nuyen, as in it's the new yen, but it's spelled N-U-Y-E-N. Yeah, which makes sense, I guess. It kind of does. They're pretty good. So that's the currency system. We have discussed the combat system. We've discussed the decking system. However, I have not been able to show it to you yet. So let's here, we'll just jack in here. We're just going to travel to the hub. So, there is actually a world beyond this world in the information, or in the information highway, you know, as it's called. They call it the Matrix. Yes, so you're literally jacking into the Matrix, and it is very similar to the movie The Matrix. Your body stays outside, you are inside. However, you are aware of your body. So, do not be fooled by that. I only have one program, apparently, to grade. Why is it dark? There we go. Alrighty, so, luckily, this guy is not a bad guy right now, or an enemy right now. This is the Matrix. It looks very Matrix-y. You run around, you can shoot things with your abilities. You can also shoot things with data, I guess. I don't know. They're like energy balls that fly out of your hands. And there's things to do. There's an information hub here. There's a communications relay, a system gateway where I can jump to other systems. I'm not entirely sure what... yeah, okay. That's what I figured. So I could try and hack a random system. Who knows what's going to be there, how strong it's going to be. I've done this a couple of times. One, I breezed through and I was like, oh, that was easy. I'm going to do another one. And then I got my ass kicked. So it is literally random in this case. Now, again, none of this stuff exists within the game itself. This is a mod. So, one thing that does exist within the game itself in most campaigns is at some point somebody on your team is going to have to jack into the Matrix and do things. You can do things like open doors, access security cameras, take over drones, all sorts of things. Basically anything you would think of that you can do online right now, you can do in this game. You can steal information from people, all sorts of things. It's actually very diverse, and which makes it a lot of fun. I very much enjoyed decking. However, remember, you are totally useless in the real world. So somebody can walk up behind you and slit your throat, and you will die. So, yeah, you gotta be careful with how that goes. And my 25-minute mark passed about 3 minutes ago, so that figures. Alrighty. So, once again, this was Shadowrun Returns. The version that you have seen is a mod called Shadowrun Unlimited by Ryan Willie, I believe his name is. It's pretty good. I don't have any complaints, but I don't really have anything that I'm like, oh, that's awesome. The regular campaign and the expansion pack campaign, Dragonfall, are both fantastic. So yeah, those are great. If you like role-playing games, and if you're okay with the isometric style view, which I like actually, I think it works well for this, and you like fantasy, sci-fi stuff, this is a great game for that. Lots of weapons to choose from, lots of abilities, lots of styles of characters to use. It's very good. Thank you very much for watching, As always, I'm Nate. You can find me on YouTube at youtube.com/Captain Cardone. I hope you've already found that though, because if not, I'm not sure where you're watching this video. You can also find me on Twitter at Captain Cardone, and on Twitch at twitch.tv/Coxey292. That is COXEY292. I stream some PS4 things every now and then. Right now it's mainly Destiny and The Last of Us, so because that's all I have for PS4, but I'm hoping to go to McKay's tonight and pick up a few more games. We'll see. I'm going to go head over there at some point. Alright, once again, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, take care.